Welcome to the Apple Daily News. This podcast is created by Generative AI. Today is 16 September 2024, and we're diving into the latest happenings in the world of Apple, from price changes and legal maneuvers to exciting new features and market expansions. We've got a lot to cover. Remember, links to all stories can be found in the episode notes. Apple has announced a $20 increase in battery replacement costs for the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max, now priced at $119. This change does not affect the standard iPhone 16 and 16 Plus models. The price hike follows a trend, as Apple had previously raised battery service costs for the iPhone 14 by $30 to $99 in 2022. While the current increase applies only to the latest Pro models, it is anticipated that other devices, including iPads and MacBooks, may see similar price adjustments in the future. Under Apple's one-year warranty, defective batteries are replaced at no charge, and AppleCare Plus covers replacements for batteries with less than 80% capacity. For those with batteries still above this threshold, options include third-party repairs or DIY replacements using official Apple parts, which may be more economical. The article reflects on the past when battery replacements were available for just $29, highlighting the significant price increases over the years. In a surprising move, Apple has dropped its lawsuit against NSO Group, a company known for exploiting vulnerabilities in Apple's iOS. The decision was driven by concerns over exposing sensitive information related to Apple's anti-exploitation efforts. Apple initially filed the lawsuit to hold NSO Group accountable for using zero-click exploits to surveil individuals, including journalists and activists. However, the evolving risk landscape and the potential for revealing critical data led Apple to withdraw the case. This strategic shift mirrors actions by other tech giants like Meta, who have also pursued legal action against NSO Group. Apple's withdrawal highlights the complexities and risks involved in legal battles against sophisticated spyware vendors. Apple's expansion in India is set to create around 600,000 jobs by March 2025, as the company diversifies production away from China. Of these, approximately 200,000 will be direct jobs, with women making up about 70% of the workforce. Apple's contract manufacturers, including Foxconn, Wistron, now Tata Electronics, and Pegatron, have already generated over 80,000 direct jobs. The Tata Group's facility in Hosur is expected to hire around 50,000 employees, with iPhone production starting in October. The state of Tamil Nadu is anticipated to contribute significantly to these job numbers, with nearly 90,000 direct jobs expected from iPhone and component factories. A new housing complex for workers has been inaugurated in Tamil Nadu to support this workforce. Apple's manufacturing operations in India have seen substantial growth, with production and exports reaching significant values in recent fiscal years. Spatial Escape I is a new immersive room escape game designed for the Apple Vision Pro. The game features a variety of puzzles and challenges that players can interact with using their hands, as puzzle boxes appear in their physical environment. Unique elements include invisible objects that can only be revealed with special goggles, enhancing the gameplay experience. Players are tasked with uncovering secrets and solving intricate challenges throughout the game. The app is available for download on the App Store, and it has been highlighted on platforms like Product Hunt and apps for Apple Vision. The game promises a blend of physical and digital interaction, making it a novel addition to the escape room genre. Players can expect to engage with various scenarios, including using an ATM and discovering hidden items. The game is part of a larger series, encouraging players to explore further into the Spatial Escape universe. Overall, it aims to provide a captivating and interactive experience for users of the Apple Vision Pro. The European Court of Justice has ruled that Ireland must collect €13 billion in taxes from Apple, stemming from a long-standing dispute over illegal tax breaks provided to the company. This ruling has placed the Irish government in an awkward position, as the funds are currently held in an escrow account, and the government has downplayed the potential impact of this windfall on its spending plans. Historically, Ireland has been governed by right-leaning parties that have fostered a narrative of economic hardship, often blaming the public for financial crises while promoting austerity measures. The country has pursued a strategy of attracting foreign investment through low corporate tax rates, which has led to significant economic growth, but also social issues, including a high number of homeless individuals and a struggling public health system. The dispute with Apple dates back to 2014, when the European Commission accused Ireland of providing illegal state aid through favourable tax arrangements that allowed Apple to pay minimal taxes on its European profits. This situation reflects a broader pattern of tax avoidance strategies that have characterised Ireland's economic model for decades. Despite the potential benefits of the €13 billion, there is scepticism about how effectively it could be utilised to address pressing social needs, as past experiences have led to a pessimistic outlook on government spending. Suggestions for the use of the funds range from infrastructure projects to humorous ideas, but there is a lack of concrete plans for transitioning away from the existing economic model. The ruling highlights a growing tension between Ireland's loyalty to the EU and its commitment to attracting US corporations, raising questions about the future direction of the country's economic policies. Apple's revenue from the European Union, EU, is a topic of concern as the company faces potential fines under the Digital Markets Act, DMA. According to CFO Luca Maestri, the EU accounts for approximately 7% of Apple's global revenue, a figure that has raised eyebrows given that Europe as a whole represents about 25% of Apple's revenue. This discrepancy arises because Apple's Europe category includes non-EU countries, such as the UK and Turkey, which are significant markets. The DMA allows the European Commission, EC, to impose fines of up to 10% of a company's global revenue for first offences and up to 20% for repeat violations, which could severely impact a hardware-centric company like Apple. The EC recently fined Apple $2 billion for competition violations related to its treatment of Spotify, highlighting the risks American companies face in the EU. The vague nature of the DMA's rules adds to the uncertainty, as there is no limit to the number of fines that can be levied for non-compliance. This situation has led to speculation that Apple might consider withdrawing from the EU market altogether, although the practical implications of such a move remain unclear. The potential for a grey market for Apple products and the impact on existing customers in the EU would complicate any exit strategy. Overall, the combination of significant fines and regulatory challenges makes the EU market increasingly risky for Apple and other American tech companies. Apple is expanding its presence in the medical device market, recently introducing new health features for the Apple Watch and AirPods Pro 2. The Apple Watch now includes a sleep apnea detection feature, while the AirPods Pro 2 will offer a clinical-grade hearing aid function, both targeting significant health issues like hearing loss and sleep apnea. With an estimated 1.5 billion people affected by hearing loss globally, Apple's entry into this market could provide affordable solutions, as conventional hearing aids can be costly. The AirPods Pro 2, priced at $249, aim to reduce the stigma associated with hearing aids by leveraging a device already popular among consumers. The sleep apnea detection feature, pending FDA approval, utilizes the Apple Watch's accelerometer to identify breathing interruptions during sleep, potentially prompting users to seek medical advice. Sleep apnea often goes undiagnosed, and Apple's technology could help address this gap. However, experts caution that while the Apple Watch can indicate potential sleep issues, it is not a substitute for professional diagnosis. In addition to these innovations, the Apple Watch has been approved for monitoring irregular heart rhythms, with some cardiologists noting its effectiveness in diagnosing atrial fibrillation. Despite its potential, challenges remain, including the need for insurance reimbursement and the accuracy of the data collected. As Apple continues to innovate in health technology, the company aims to create consumer-friendly medical devices that integrate seamlessly into everyday life, potentially transforming personal health monitoring. Apple has introduced a new feature called Activation Lock for iPhone parts with the release of iOS 18, aimed at combating the theft of iPhones and the subsequent sale of their parts on the grey market. This feature links an Apple account not only to the iPhone itself, but also to individual components such as batteries, cameras, and displays, based on their serial numbers. When a used part is detected, the iPhone will prompt for the original owner's Apple account password to unlock and verify the component. This change is part of Apple's broader effort to enhance repair policies while also addressing concerns raised by customers and law enforcement about stolen devices. The activation lock for parts is designed to prevent stolen iPhones from being disassembled for their valuable components, which are often sold illegally. If a device under repair recognizes that a part was obtained from a locked or lost device, it will restrict calibration capabilities for that part. This feature is currently exclusive to iPhones and does not extend to iPads running iPadOS 18. The public release of iOS 18 is scheduled for September 16, 2024, and it will be compatible with iPhone XR and later models. Overall, this initiative reflects Apple's commitment to improving security and reducing the market for stolen iPhone parts. OnlyFans has achieved a remarkable milestone by surpassing major tech companies like Apple, Google, and Netflix in revenue per employee. In the financial year 2023, OnlyFans reported a revenue of $1.3 billion with only 42 employees, resulting in an impressive revenue per employee of approximately 30.95 millions. This figure starkly contrasts with the revenue per employee of other tech giants. For instance, Netflix generated $2.59 million per employee, while Apple and Google reported $2.38 million and $1.67 million, respectively. Despite OnlyFans' total revenue being significantly lower than that of these larger companies, its lean workforce allows for a much higher revenue contribution per employee. Craigslist, another platform with a small team, also ranks high in revenue per employee, earning $13.88 million with 50 employees. The disparity highlights how larger companies, despite their vast revenues, have diluted revenue per employee due to their extensive workforce. Microsoft had the lowest revenue per employee among the companies compared, at just $1.1 million. This analysis underscores the efficiency of OnlyFans' business model, which, while operating in a different sector, showcases how smaller companies can outperform larger ones in specific financial metrics. Apple has introduced a new architecture called UI-JEPA, aimed at improving on-device user intent understanding through user interface interactions. This development, detailed in a recent paper, seeks to reduce the computational demands of understanding UI while maintaining high performance, aligning with Apple's strategy for enhanced on-device AI capabilities. The challenge lies in processing cross-modal features, such as images and natural language, to accurately interpret user intents from UI sequences. Current models, while advanced, require extensive resources and introduce latency, making them impractical for lightweight applications. UI-JEPA is inspired by the Joint Embedding Predictive Architecture, JEPA, which focuses on learning high-level features from data rather than recreating every detail. This self-supervised learning approach allows for training on large amounts of unlabeled data, making it efficient and cost-effective. The UI-JEPA framework consists of a video transformer encoder and a lightweight language model, enabling it to achieve high performance with fewer parameters compared to larger models. The researchers also introduced two new multimodal datasets, Intent in the Wild, IIW, and Intent in the Tame, IIT, to evaluate the model's performance. UI-JEPA outperformed other video encoder models in few-shot settings and showed comparable results to larger models, while being significantly lighter. Potential applications for UI-JEPA include creating automated feedback loops for AI agents and enhancing digital assistants' ability to track user intent across various contexts. Overall, UI-JEPA aligns with Apple's focus on privacy and efficiency, positioning it as a competitive tool in the realm of AI assistance. In a recent piece published by Fred Vogelstein in the New York Times, former Apple engineers provided an insider's perspective on the development and launch of the original iPhone, which was announced on January 9, 2007. Key figures like Andy Grignon, Tony Fadell, and Scott Forstall shared their experiences leading up to the presentation, revealing the immense pressure they faced. The night before the announcement was particularly nerve-wracking, as the prototype was still prone to issues such as dropped calls and software crashes. To mitigate potential failures during the live demo, the team created a golden path, a specific sequence of actions that would make the device appear functional. At the time of the announcement, only 100 iPhones existed, many of which had quality issues. To prevent embarrassment, the engineers hard-coded the display to show 5 bars of signal strength, regardless of the actual connection quality. The iPhone's success was critical for Apple, and the team had no backup plan if the presentation failed, which was unusual for Steve Jobs, known for his meticulous planning. Despite the challenges, the presentation went smoothly, and the team celebrated with a flask of scotch afterward. The article highlights the complexity of developing a groundbreaking product and the lengths to which Apple went to maintain secrecy and ensure a successful launch. The article reflects on Apple's recent It's Glow Time event, held on September 9th, expressing disappointment with the format and content of the presentation. The author criticizes the pre-recorded, polished style of the event, which lacks the spontaneity and character of live presentations, making it feel like a repetitive corporate PowerPoint. The products unveiled included the Apple Watch Series 10 and Ultra 2, new AirPods, and the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro, all of which the author describes as iterative rather than innovative. The design changes in the Apple Watch are seen as minimal, and the author laments the lack of a compelling narrative that once characterized Steve Jobs' keynotes. The article also critiques Apple's focus on technical specifications and performance improvements, particularly in the iPhone segment, suggesting that the company has become just another tech entity rather than a pioneer. The introduction of Apple Intelligence is viewed skeptically, with the author expressing a desire for simpler, more intuitive user experiences rather than convoluted features. The author appreciates some material choices in the new products, but ultimately feels alienated by Apple's direction, which seems to prioritize hardware refinement over groundbreaking innovation. The conclusion suggests a growing disillusionment with Apple, as the author contemplates the possibility of switching to Android due to the lack of excitement and vision in Apple's recent offerings. Apple's recent event showcased the iPhone 16, but it was the introduction of new health features that garnered significant attention. The company unveiled a new hearing aid that integrates with the iPhone, enhancing accessibility for users with hearing impairments. Additionally, Apple introduced features aimed at monitoring sleep apnea, a condition affecting millions, which further emphasizes its commitment to health technology. These innovations are part of Apple's broader strategy to position itself as a leader in health and wellness technology. The iPhone 16 lineup includes the Pro and Pro Max models, which feature improved cameras and processing power. The event also hinted at the upcoming launch of the M4 Mac, which is expected to deliver enhanced performance for professional users. Apple continues to focus on integrating hardware and software to create a seamless user experience across its devices. Overall, the event highlighted Apple's dual focus on consumer electronics and health technology, aiming to address both entertainment and wellness needs. The combination of new health features and powerful devices positions Apple favorably in a competitive market. Quotable is a personal quotes and text art app designed to inspire users daily and help them express their thoughts creatively. The app allows users to find, save, and create beautiful text art from their favorite quotes, which can be set as widgets, wallpapers, or shared on social media. Quotable emphasizes the importance of positive reminders for mental well-being, especially during challenging times. Users can explore a vast library of inspirational quotes and utilize a text art editor to customize their designs with various fonts, sizes, and effects. The app also offers beautifully designed templates and the ability to create custom widgets for iPhone home screens, ensuring daily inspiration. Quotable includes a quote of the day feature, allowing users to receive motivational notifications tailored to their preferences. The app stands out by combining the functionalities of delivering quotes and providing a text editor, making it ideal for those seeking both inspiration and a creative outlet. Quotable is available for download, encouraging users to transform words into art and enhance their daily motivation. That's all for today's episode of the Apple Daily News. We hope you enjoyed our deep dive into the latest Apple stories. Don't forget to check the episode notes for links to all the articles discussed. Join us again tomorrow for more updates and insights from the world of Apple. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.